Hello everybody and welcome back to another unboxing here on Two Retro Mates. It is Whipper here and we have the Vita 2000 in silver. This one is the Japanese model because Vitas are getting very expensive to find here in the West, and they're also getting very, very hard to find because these were a very underrated console to a point where it basically was failed by its own creators here in the West because they just didn't bring out great games here. There was a great library over in Japan and all we got was a bunch of shovelware, but there was hidden gems, and I will be showing those off later in the video, and we'll also have a comparison to its original Vita 1000 brother. Stay tuned for that one. But let's get this opened up and see what's inside. Okay, first off, as you can see here, we have the packaging, as gorgeous as it is, showing off the beautiful front of the console. Now the sides pretty much don't have much on it. It just shows off the side profiles. We'll see all that later once we actually get the console out of its box. And then on the back, lots of text all in Japanese that I cannot read, but some clear pictures showing off the PlayStation Store, PS Plus, download the PlayStation app, and also showing that the Vita has remote play features. Vita having remote play for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So you could actually remote play some of your PlayStation games that were playing on the console to the Vita. So handy, you don't need to fight over the TV anymore if you only got one TV in the house. Now, let's get this unboxed. So we'll get the little lip done here, and we'll open up. And on the front, we have, welcome to the world of PlayStation. I've been welcomed to the world of the PlayStation many times, but if there's anything, I'll happily accept another welcome into it. We have our good old instructional paraphernalia, all in Japanese. I cannot read this, so I'm not even gonna bother going too deep into this. Then moving on, we have a lovely little USB cable here. Now this looks like micro USB cable. We have the power brick that the USB cable can go into there, and it just takes a figure 8 pin. And then over here, we have the figure 8 pin power lead, which leads to, of course, a Japanese plug. We can't use this in Australia, but the good news is you can buy plenty of those from usually any Australian electronics store that sells power cords. So just go in and ask for a figure 8 power cord, there you go. Now, what we all came here for, the console itself. So let's just move this off over here. Nice and gentle with this. And there we have it. Nice and clean. Now it's very lightweight compared to the Vita 1000, and you'll see why in a minute. But as you can see, nice and thin. Now I believe this came with a LED panel. If I remember correctly, it came with a different type of panel compared to the 1000. So it did look clearer, it just, the blacks weren't as deep. So that was about the only real trade-off. The Vita 2000 also came with a much more powerful battery and a little bit more internal memory built in. So you could actually download maybe 1 or 2 games and actually play it. Go around, we have our clear touchpad on the back here with nice little hand grips, your buttons at the top, and the big key difference here is the actual plug here. Now this is a micro USB. Why is that a big difference? I have my Vita 1000 here for comparison. It's using micro USB compared to the Vita 1000, which used a proprietary cable. Sony were very notorious for doing this back in the day. This is when they started realizing, you know what, proprietary cables kind of tick everybody off, so we're going to stop doing it. And while we've got the 1000 here, let's now do side-by-side comparisons of its thickness. And we'll also get some B-roll showing some of this. Look at that. The actual difference is amazing. To actually have this in the hand, comparing it to the 1000, this feels like a brick in absolute comparison. It just feels, it feels solid, whereas I feel like this, I don't know, I kind of feel like this is gonna break in my hand, but at the same time, it won't. But I'm sure after a bit of play, I would get used to it. It's got a much nicer front camera here on the front compared to the Vita 1000, as well as I believe the same camera on the back here. Not that many people use these cameras. The interesting thing about the Vita is it's still got life within the homebrew community, because lots of other nations, like for example, you might go, oh, but mobile gaming has killed handheld devices. Well, in some places, everyone can't afford large screen phones like the rest of us can. So they actually rely on the Vita for things like YouTube and homebrew games and stuff like that, because it's cheaper for them to hack it and have homebrew and have YouTube because it's the better display for. But big thanks to Migpone for letting us unbox this one, because I know he loves his Vita, and I will be very, very gentle with this, and I'll be putting it away very shortly. And there we have it, the PlayStation Vita unboxed. Now you might be looking at me and going, Whipper, what's the point of having a Vita in 2021? I'll tell you why, because the games for it are quite collectible now. And I've got some absolute hidden gems here, and some of them are necessities for any Vita collection. First off, we got Freedom Wars, only on the Vita, exclusive to it. Probably not much of an online community anymore, but it's a Vita exclusive that will never get ported to anything else, so only way to play it. We've also got Valkyrie Drive Bikuni, because if you're into your waifus and you're into your lewdness, like some people of certain persuasion, you might be into it, you might not be. I don't know who would be, but this one, another collectible banger. And then this one here, an absolute must-have for any Vita collection, Persona 4 Golden. It's on the top of every list. If you have a Vita, chances are you're gonna have this in your collection. And if you don't, go and get one because they're getting more expensive. I've seen them go for $100 or more now. They've shot up from $60, $70. And then finally, the Danganronpa series right here. Danganronpa 1, got Danganronpa 2 and 3 here. There is also a side story on Vita as well as available for it, but particularly V3, this one's expensive. 250 Australian dollars right here. As you can see, the prices are going up. Now's a good time to start collecting before they get too expensive, but all fantastic bangers. Some of these are on console, some of them are completely exclusive, but that's how you build your Vita collection. You get the gems. But thanks for tuning in. If you owned a Vita, tell me, what was your favorite game on the Vita? What did you love? Did you import from Japan or did you buy locally? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos we upload or any streams we plan, because we are getting into streams every Friday from 8 PM till late. But until then, we'll see you next time.